Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. God, I'm all over the place today, man. I can't keep it straight.
I can't keep my eyes off of you. I mean that in the least sexual way possible.
Guys, we've got Game 3 for our NA Day 3 here. We've got EG versus Dignotoss. What's the good word, gods? How you feeling?
EG just gonna stomp. That's my good word. Well, with that said, there's no old man fear. He's off in San Francisco gallivanting about.
Rest in the arms.
Yeah,
Those old man arms.
Yeah, I imagine it's more to do with free-to-play, but also, what free-to-play is tomorrow? Tomorrow's
the premiere, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe there's some last-minute rehearsals. Maybe there's some kind of meeting with Valve to go over like what's going to happen. Who knows?
Valve conning him into doing more work that he was not.
Maybe it is his arms. Like you could be right. Like I don't know the reason why, but Fear is not playing. Which is understandable.
Yeah. I mean, EG are the heavy favorites coming into this game. Dignotoss are much lower seeded in this round robin. EG, they're kind of the favorites, I think, to certainly make top 4. So if you're trying to pick and choose games for Fear to play, games for Fear to rest, I think stands to reason that this may be a game that they would let him sit out. And like I said, Mason will be standing in for him. So.
Dignotoss are yet to get a win. How have they done in their past matches?
Well, let's take a gander here. Dignotoss, they are 0-2.
Do you remember who they played so far and how the games went at all?
I wish we had an overlay to show the games that they played. You know,
I think there is one. I think there is an overlay, to be honest.
If
you select a match,
okay, and then do Team 2. Well, that would be Team EG.
Can you select matches from past weeks? Go back to their previous play days, and you can see who they played. So they played Liquid.
Yeah, so they lost to Liquid and they lost to Team Dog.
You can even see the match stats, I believe. Like if you click one of these matches and go
info.
No, see what it does. Info's a bad. It's shitty overlay. Yeah, that
that one. Oh no. Teams.
No, click on the match tab.
Match tab.
Lower down, next to the in-game tab.
Oh,
match. Yeah. So I think you can do it from here.
Game statistic. Oh, well, would you look at that?
So this was.
Look at you.
This was the last match.
This was their first match against Team Dog.
Well, this is Team Dog stats, so looks like.
Yeah,
select a different thing from kills, maybe.
Let's try this one. This is Dignotoss versus Liquid, and why does it keep showing the team that we don't want?
Well, it's showing both. Like it shows it the top 5 kills, which were all Liquid players, I guess.
I see. Yeah, okay, I see how it works.
Okay. We can experiment.
That's useful. Yeah.
See how these overlays work and whatnot.
Yeah. So all right, now I've got to get back here. Now you're messing with my flow here, man. We've got EG, Dignotoss. Dignotoss okay, I think we've got our picking overlay. Hashtag production value. Here we go.
Man, we did well.
We did well. That was a team effort. Well done, gods. Well done. Whew. So Arizona Iced Out Boys, as they're tagged up here, aka Team EG, will be on the Dire side. PPD drafting away, and down on our Radiant side, we've got Dignotoss. Derp will be drafting.
Okay. Oh, alrighty. Let's get ourselves on a few of these. Dignotoss players I recognize. I think I've played with Felony before, but Neorock as well. I used to play on a couple of the NA Dota teams who were kind of like playing in a lot of those Sunday evening cup series on the wonderful NA Dota site, which you should try and get your hands on for the lovely price of.
Well, you can buy it now for 52,000. So
that's a bargain.
That's like a good year's salary there. So maybe you'll see some positive ROI on that. And
that's a good investment.
Couple of years.
You get the whole NA Dota. The thing is, like Spitworld leaves, like the guy who buys it out is not going to have the support of the NA Dota community.
Right. That's the irony of it.
I would put up a splash page saying like "fuck you guys" or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was like, oh, I wonder how much. A couple $100. That could be interesting. It's a big domain, but
turn into like I don't know.
And
what could you do?
And apparently you can't use Google Ads on there either because it got flagged for adult content. So
its value suddenly decreased a lot. Maybe not worth 52,000. Maybe like around 40K.
Yeah, something like that. Got to haggle it back. Apparently the minimum they'll accept is 8. So there's some haggle room there.
If they negotiate and get the AdSense back on there, I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in for 8K.
BTS investment. I'm in for 8K. All right, we can
I'm about to say BTS can. Maybe we want. Does BTS want to get the NA Dota?
We could. This is our chance to buy NA Dota. Yeah, we could just bundle it all together, monetize.
This is good business. Let's Twitch chat. Let us know what's the BTS business plan to buying out NA Dota? Like,
how can we monetize?
What do we offer it? Like, what's the value of the site? Because I feel like
T-shirt sales. That's a big part.
Oh man,
NA
Dota t-shirts, powered by Beyond the Summit.
I mean, mugs. We can maybe start a line of.
We pretty much buy out Grant's support of us as well. Like, he is the NA Dota spokesperson. So suddenly we've got Grant gallivanting around Reddit saying how BTS are awesome, and just, I mean, we don't even have to flame other organizers and studios anymore. He'll do it for us.
Yeah, we can keep him on retainer. That's wow.
I like where this is going.
Me too. Good business.
I'm gonna get Aaron Spitwad on the phone after this game.
Okay, we'll see if we can do a live stream our haggle session.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll bring the Twitch chat into it.
Spitwad in the studio.
This will be a new stream. Like, Twitch plays Pokemon is now going to be Twitch does business deals.
Twitch does business deals. I like that. I like that.
Twitch negotiates contracts.
So this game here, we've got EG, stand-in Mason, and well, Dignotoss are definitely the underdogs coming into this. Their draft looks okay, though. Disruptor, Naga, Nature's Prophet, all very powerful. What do you think about Disruptor, Gods? I'm curious.
He's neat.
He's neat.
I like throwing out these adjectives.
He certainly is neat. I think he's pretty good, though. I would label him a little underrated right now. In terms of like pick percentage and stuff.
I think he can. I definitely think he's not like a go-to support for a lot of teams, but he's very powerful, especially with the ultimate against certain. His ultimate counters a lot of core heroes pretty hardcore, like heroes like Puck and stuff. So, I think the thing is, I think they picked him up too early. I don't think he's worth like the first pick necessarily. You should wait to see like, oh, the other team got a certain hero that you can counter using Glimpse plus the Static Storm.
Yeah, he was pretty well against Clockwork. I just did that thing where I wasn't listening to what you just said. I'm so sorry, Gods.
It's okay. I'm reading Twitch chat.
Yeah, samesies. I'm trying to get caught up here on the Twitch does business deals.
Yep. All right. Well,
so
Mason's a good stand-in, of course. I mean,
yeah, we actually haven't seen too much Mason play, honestly, because yeah, he's in one of the official. Is he on the official roster for Team Dog? Is that where it is? But
maybe like 6th man or 7th man.
He's like
I don't know where it stands.
We don't see. So.
Yeah.
His name's been thrown around a lot, but he actually hasn't been playing as much. So I'm sort of curious to see what role they put him in here and how he fares. In the stead of Fear, I imagine he'll be farming quite a bit. But
yeah, I guess he'll probably just go straight into that carry role. At the same time, maybe they'll look at this because they're playing Dignotoss. Maybe it's like, okay, this is a more straightforward game. We can maybe mix things up a bit, enjoy ourselves. But
yeah.
You're enjoying yourself.
I'm enjoying myself too much.
One of the NA Dota admins says you're getting IP banned if you buy the NA Dota subdomain.
IP banned?
Surely we're buying out the admin support. Like,
yeah,
was that not listed as like
for 50K? I'm expecting some admin support in there.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So there will be the Ancient Apparition, second support pick for Dignotoss. I'm not crazy about these two supports paired together. It will probably be a farming Naga. And the problem with Disruptors and Ancient Apparitions, you don't have any real stuns. Like, the Disruptor disables are good and unique. It's sort of like Ancient Apparition. They both have a very unique kit, and they're both very powerful, but when paired together, you're missing out on a lot of other things that, you know, other supports bring to the board. Like stuns, like Visage, for example. He's got a slow, he's got a nuke, and he's got Sons of the Familiars. He takes the cake for supports.
These guys have got next to no lockdown on the Dignotoss side, which is a bit of a worry. Naga Siren you've got Ensnare, but this is a farming Naga Siren, so you generally go for the max Riptide Illusions with just the 1 point in Ensnare. They need a last pick, which is going to be possibly a carry hero, because Naga goes... Well, I don't think you want Naga mid against SF, but...
Yeah, that will
we'll see. They need a hero with lockdown, which is where maybe you do the dual lanes. We saw last game Team Dog did dual lane mid, and then they want a safe lane dual lane, but they want a carry that's not like a true carry. They want something like a Starladder, something with some good lockdown. Even your kind of Sigma farming Tidehunter is good, because you get a good AoE lockdown spell. Sand King farmer, like they need something with proper lockdown and good teamfight control.
Yeah, definitely right. And now we'll see what they want to choose. Any way they set up these lanes. If they want to put Naga in like the 1 position in sort of a safe lane and then do a dual lane. I'm trying to think who would be like their ideal pick right here. I feel like they've drafted themselves into a little bit of a corner. This is going to be a really good game for Clockwork. Basically, any of these heroes except Naga, they're just going to be food if he gets a little bit of momentum with that hook shot.
Yes. And the other thing that EG can do is to go offensive trailing. Like Dazzle Visage +1 is pretty scary, and they can give Clockwork 1v1 against Prophets, yeah, kind of 50-50-ish. It's not too bad for the Clockwork. It's not too fantastic. And they could last pick Invoker, so there's all your lockdown coming into play. I think he's going to have to go Quaswex this game just to give him a lot more just defensive capabilities and disable. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We will see. Naga going to be in the tri-lane / unless we look towards like some really unconventional lanes.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be a Naga tri-lane at this point. Invoker, well, you could put Invoker in like a safe lane position and then do a dual lane mid. You don't... Yeah, this is just an odd draft from Dignotoss, honestly. I'm not sure exactly how they want to do this. And I don't even know if it'll be a Quas Wex or a Quas Exort Invoker.
I would say Quaswex most likely. I think Exort is just too greedy. Like the Exort build, you doesn't give you much lock. Like the Tornado EMP is going to be quite important as like a counter initiator. Otherwise, what can you use? You can glimpse one hero back, maybe Static Storm, but that's all they've got as far as defensive spells really. So I think you need a Quaswex Invoker here. But we'll see exactly what they have planned. And it's also, I think Quaswex is slightly better if you want to pressure the Shadow Fiend early game. I mean, you get the Cold Snap regardless with an Exort one.
Ooh, Ursa. I was actually going to suggest Slark could be an interesting pick here, just to kind of run over Dignotoss.
That would be your like with Fear playing. He loves his Slark. He plays that quite frequently.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mason will take over the Ursa, and they've got the possibility of level 1 Roche. They've got Shadow Wave, they've got Minus Armor from SF, they've got the Ursa. If they want a level 1 Roche, they could go for it. We'll have to see if Dignotoss scouts it out, but definitely a possibility here. They're playing with a stand-in, though, so coordinating that may be a bit trickier.
Yeah.
But we'll see exactly what they have in mind in just a second as we get a quick pause coming out.
Yep. And, you know what? This is a good time to make mention, Gods. This Starladder prize pool is looking pretty powerful. 190k is what we're at right now in total prize pool funds.
Cool. That's big.
Cool.
Big
yeah. Woo.
For those of you who don't know, yeah, $2.50 from every $10 Starladder ticket goes to the prize pool, supports the teams. We're almost at 200k. And we're not even halfway through the North American one. We finished the Chinese group stages as well as the Korea group stages, but they still have playoffs for the top 4 teams, so there's tons of games. Starladder is now global, so you have 4 regions. It's
pretty amazing.
Honestly, it's the best value ticket in the sport.
What I love about the Starladder format is that you can go from 0 to hero. If you're a team that really like buckles down, you get into the group stage and you surprise some people. There's that upward mobility, and it's a cool format. If you like whoever wins this season of Starladder, you can truly say that team is an international champion. They beat out the best teams from the biggest regions in the world. Yeah. So it's a cool format. I'm a fan of I've been casting Starladder for a couple seasons now. I did season 7 and season 8, and it's pretty crazy to marvel at how quickly things have advanced.
Yes. Well, at the same time, like up until season 8, it was mostly the same format being reused with just Europe with the 16 teams. So it was season 9 that took a huge leap of faith.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Season 9 jumped way into the future in terms of really expanding the format. But
so I imagine I feel like with this they're going to go with it and use it for like 3 or 4 seasons and come back with something new and big again, maybe. Maybe because like with the Europe scene, the thing that's cool about the European Starladder is that they have the Pro Series and the Amateur Series, so you can build your way up from the lower league, which they don't have yet for America or for China or for Korea. And I imagine maybe in the future, especially for America, where there's a big need for this kind of amateur tournaments or even just for teams to get into this. I mean, they're not all amateurs. Some of them are legitimately good players. So that kind of a system could work well with America. Less so China, because China's kind of harder to break into with Ace there in the way.
Right. I was more just marveling not only at Starladder, but just how, I vividly remember when $5,000 was like holy shit, $5,000 Dota tournament? Like, everyone's shitting their biscuits, like, it's crazy, and now it's like 5K. You don't even get a second nudge. Like, the standards, it's crazy how quickly things have exploded in terms of your average tournament prize pool, your average winnings, and everything. Like, 100,000 is almost like the starting point now,
Yeah, well, for a big LAN event, it seems that way. Or if it's like what MLG Columbus, where you have a 50k, but it's community funded, and similar for a lot of these events, whether you look at Dream League, you look at Starladder, it's this community funded prize pool.
The Summit, huh?
The Summit, man.
Yeah, the Summit, man.
That's looking at a good good 100k plus in prize money, I imagine, after we get Dota TV involved.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, at the end of the day, we want to do something cool for the teams and players. Like, they wanted to come to LA and play the tournament. Now we're like, well, we want to give you guys a bigger prize pool, so we'll do that through the Dota TV revenue share.
Who doesn't want to give Navi more money? I mean, come on. I'm so excited.
Look, man, you mean DK.
DK.
China fanboy here, so...
Oh, boy. All right, so let's focus on this game a little bit now that we have resumed from the pause. And I'll introduce our dire side. We got the fan favorites here. Team EG. Zai will be playing on the Visage up here in the safe lane. Their stand-in for Fear will be the stand-in / EG reject Mason, as he's tagged up here, playing the position 1 Ursa. PPD will be supporting on the Dazzle. In the solo mid, it will be Princess Arteezy playing on the Shadow Feed. And Universe, of course, will be in the off lane here on the Clockwork.
All right. For the Radiant team, we have Team Dignotoss. It's going to be Felony playing the support Disruptor. He's going to be supporting the Naga Siren, being played by Bloody Nine. Over in the mid lane, we have our Invoker, being played by Holding Up a Light in the Dark. That's a mouthful. I'm just going to call him 1. He's got a 1 at the start of his name.
Yeah.
Forever known as 1. And then we've got Nayrok playing the Nature's Prophet. And finally, Ancient Apparition in the hands of Derp Derp.
Derp Derp. That name always cracks me up. I have trouble saying it with a straight face. Especially when it's like Derp Derp dies, it's like, oh, Derp Derp, he's gonna pull a Derp Derp again. It's hard to not fire shots with that name. Seems like a good guy, though. He's, you gotta have a sense of humor to have a name like that, right?
Yeah, I imagine so.
I would imagine, yeah. I hope so.
Arteezy gets too good of a block in mid lane.
Oh,
This guy is just too good. He blocks into his tower. He goes raise level 1 as well. And
very unfortunate.
Maybe he like last second got raised, just to help him with these last hits in the first wave. And the idea behind this is that he's going for a bottle rush. You want to make sure you get that bottle from the first creep wave. And with level 1 Necromancy, maybe you don't get those last hits. So he goes for the level 1 raise, and he's going to have his bottle coming out now.
Yep, he picks it up straight away. Invoker, the pretty actually didn't finish the Null Talisman, which is a little bit different. Instead, he grabbed a little bit extra regen. So, slight change, slight variation on those kind of standard starting builds, but nothing too crazy. It'll be short just 1 extra damage.
Yeah, we'll see Arteezy get his bottle out there to the mid lane, so he should be fine now to start last hitting, getting some souls up. And this is an interesting matchup. It's going to be an Exort Invoker, so slightly better last hitting and lane control potentially, but doesn't have Cold Snap yet. He will get it maybe at level 3 with his first point in Quaz, but Exort is going to help look for kills in these side lanes, but they've got no disables to set up a Sunstrike. He's going to have to just hit the Sunstrikes of his life. There's
still a chance that he'll go Quas Wax. We have seen before that first value point in Exort for early last hitting and then the full transition into Quas Wax.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that? We saw it at least once or twice earlier on in this group stage.
Okay.
It's really weird. I don't remember who did it, but there was a team that did it. It was really strange. I'm not sure I would recommend it, but just saying it's not out of the realm of possibilities here.
Okay. Well, for the now, it looks like both teams just keeping their supports, zoning out the offliners as much as possible. No rotations just yet. There is a smoke on your Disruptor for EG. There is no smoke between their 2 supports, so don't expect any rotations towards this Invoker, but possibly see the Radiant supports try and gank Arteezy sometime in the first 5-10 minutes of the game. And they're smoking now, so here we go. Didn't get spotted. They de-warded, so they know they're not getting spotted with this smoke because of the de-ward.
Keeping eyes on the mid lane here. I'm keeping tabs on this Invoker as well. I really want to see if he transitions out or if he just commits to Exort. And that third point should be fairly telling. Rotation coming in. Felony on the low ground.
Gets an Invis rune here, which is a nice little pickup. And it looks like Arteezy, he knows the supports are missing and there's a good chance they're ganking him. So he'll fall back to the jungle, either farm or stack here. We'll see what he looks to do. He's just going to straight up farm this. He's not worried about even stacking it. His map sense and game awareness is just on point right now.
Isn't that exactly what Jimmy said when they were him and Merlini were arguing about Shadow Fiend yesterday during the Drafter Shaft segment? Merlini said, I don't know about Shadow Fiend. He's okay. And Jimmy just said, do you know what map awareness is?
Oh, yeah, because he's like, I don't know about Shadow Fiend. Like, he's so easy to gank.
Yeah. Do you know what map awareness is, Merlini? Because that's what separates you from the good Shadow Fiend players. Oh, the shot's fired. But look at this Invoker, gods. There we go. Level 4, third point in Wex.
Yeah. Okay. It is back to the quest.
It's not often I get to one-up you with knowledge, man, so I'm just going to sit here and bask in the glory for a moment.
I've just never seen it before until...
It is weird.
In a competitive game until now.
Yeah. To be fair, I think I've only seen it like once. It may have actually just been Dignotoss that did it that first time.
Yeah.
So
maybe it's just this Invoker player that likes to go that build.
It's definitely a bit odd, but now he will go ahead and grab Alacrity of all things to go with that Cold Snap.
Okay. Cold Snap Alacrity.
Which is also a little bit interesting.
Some unconventional mid-invoker play.
Yeah.
It's still, like, not bad. Like, the Alacrity casts on himself now, gets a decent chunk of damage, and that's where you get, I guess, just the 1 point in Exort for the Alacrity. So his idea is he can get as many denies and just control the farm as much as possible in mid, but... I'm not a big fan of this build, but I can kind of see what he's thinking with it.
Yeah, it's nice to see a little bit of variety here. I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't hate it, don't love it. Kind of interesting. 4.5 minutes here, and still no first blood. Bloody 9, as well as the Ursa up top, being played by the EG Reject Mason. Both farming pretty similar, within 5 last hits of each other, but now EG will start pressuring this top tier 1 tower. Nature's Prophet sending in the Treants to try and grab some tower aggro, or pardon me, pull some creep aggro off the tower. But I think they will secure an early tower kill here. Glyph comes out, and I mean, what can DNT do to repel this?
Not much. You can just, I mean, right now they can just keep pulling the aggro off using the Treants, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. The siege creep's still there, and Mason should be able to get the last hit. As well, here we go. Yep, gets the last hit on the Ursa, so that's going to be, may look to rest the Vlads, but even a fast blink dagger, I think, before Vlads is pretty nice to actually get aggressive and go for kills. So I wouldn't mind seeing just a blink into Vlad's instead of maybe the Vlad's first. Depends if he wants to go for the fast Roshan, really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. The strategy does vary depending on exactly what they have in store for this Ursa. I have a feeling EG will want to be a little bit more aggressive in this mid game. If we glance at the gold graph, they're already 2,000 ahead, 750 experience, and there's still no kills out. Some of that is the tower, but they are just finding the better of the farm across the map.
Yeah, Arteezy's being really efficient. Farms out the mid lane, goes and kills neutrals here. He's going for this Midas build, which he loves to go for, and this will be up probably around the 7-minute mark or something, which is a bit of a concern, I think, for Dignotoss. They're just not farming anywhere near as efficiently as EG right now. Yeah,
Invoker will go ahead and finish up his phase boots now, so his last hitting plate will get a little bit easier, and with that Alacrity, wow, plus 94. He hits for 150 a pop. And no, he's not going to go. He went back to Exort.
So the 1 point in Wex was just for Alacrity.
Yeah, so it was a value Alacrity.
This could be even the never seen Exort Wex Invoker.
Is that a thing? Does anybody do that? I don't even see that in pub games.
It's like the Chaos Meteor, Deafening Blast kind of combo you get.
Yeah.
You go like the Yule, Sunstrike, Deafening Blast, Chaos Blast. You could do that with either Exort Quas or Exort Wex, but Exort Wex makes your Chaos Meteor like roll a lot further.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. I don't know. You get your Alacrity scales, you get some more attack speed.
Yeah, I don't know. This is strange. I was really convinced that he was just going to transition into Quas Wex, but now I
think it's a QE Invoker, just with the 1 Wex point for the Alacrity.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Naga's farming okay down bottom. She did grab that Ring of Aquila, Boots of Speed, and now has Quelling Blade and Stout Shield, about 1,300 in savings. I imagine Bloody 9 is trying to do a Radiance Rush, but time will tell. Still has a long way to go before grabbing that Relic.
Yeah.
But doing well on the last hit chart. Ursa just still farming away.
He's the guy that they're going to basically Dignotoss are building their strategy around. Getting a Radiance, split push Naga, who's just going to be an absolute menace. And I feel like EG have ways of dealing with him, though. The Clockwork Long Range Initiation, and ultimately Ursa is going to be a pretty big, scary farm carry hero as well. Someone with a Blink Dagger who can initiate from a farm. He's got 2k gold, so this is either buy his Vlads or buy his Blink Dagger, and I think we may be seeing a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, Universe is stationed in the mid. He just hits level 6. Hook shot right on the mark. Easy kill coming out. PPD.
Oh, maybe not. Shadow Wave need another raise or two. He doesn't have the mana for it.
Wow.
Not an easy kill.
Not an easy kill. My bad.
That's why you get the value point in Wex, man. Not only does he get the Alacrity, helping him last hits, he gets Ghost Walk.
Yeah,
that was a value Wex point right there.
That was a fast invoke as well. I guess I didn't look at the Arteezy mana pool. I thought that was like with Cogs, you just line it up and boom, boom, boom.
It looked like he needed triple raise because even if he had one more raise, I don't think it would have done enough damage. But
so well done by the invoker. That Wex, I guess that value point, even though it's kind of funky, he may have missed a couple of last hits. Worth it. Value Wex right there.
All right. Naga up to 2k gold, so it looked like Dignotoss did push this bottom tier 1 tower, and still no kills, 8.5 minutes in the game, so slow start. And
recurring theme today, gods.
Yeah, we saw this a lot in the first game in NA.
Yeah.
What was it? The CNB.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
E-Hug game.
the CMB E-Hug, yeah.
That was like a, what, 12-minute first blood or something? And there was
yeah,
a
and then
lot
there
of
were very few kills. It was like 25 minutes, 3-1 was the kill score.
That's right.
Very, very passive.
We see this a lot too lately. Like your support AA or someone will take over the offlane once your offlaner goes to the jungle, whether it's a Batrider or a Prophet. The AA is looking to hit his level 6 now, and meanwhile Prophet can just farm pretty safely in the offlane. And, well,
first blood, Mason shows off that shiny new Blink Dagger. He'll get glimpsed back into a kinetic field. Maybe a return kill. Oh, the Sunstrike.
Almost gets Felony.
Yep, there you go. Invoker will pawn the EG reject.
So, not really worth it in the end for the Ursa. Like, normally you say you get first blood, you die for it, it's fine. But at this stage of the game, he's dead for a good 25 seconds. AA's already respawned, and he gained about a couple hundred gold, but he gave away that and more in experience. So, not really worth it as far as getting first blood. Kind of a neutral trade.
Yeah, if he could have bought before he died, then probably would have been a little more effective.
Invoker got the kill as well as experience as well from the mid lane without even having to show up. So, that's a nice little pickup.
Yeah, definitely. He could use some momentum for sure. Looks like he will be going for Force Staff first with that Staff of Wizardry. No big surprise there. Pretty standard stuff for the Invoker, and there's the recipe. On the side of the Sad Boys, a.k.a. Team EG, Zai is level 5 on this Visage, and we'll be working towards a Medallion of Courage. What's Arteezy up to? Oh, big surprise, gods! There's a Hand of Midas on Arteezy.
Yep, absolutely.
I know that you were shocked.
Surprised.
Surprise, surprise. And now that's his Ring of Aquila coming out as well. How's the Universe doing? He's got himself some phase booties as well. Pretty standard clockwork action right now. Maybe looking for another hook shot here in the mid lane. Derp, derp.
He's got detection this time around with the dust, so making sure they can actually get the kill on the Invoker. But Invoker's got backup in the form of the AA, who isn't level 6 just yet, though. So no Ice Blast.
And there's also Nature's Prophet nearby. He's only level 6 right now, just phase boots and a casual Sage's Mask.
That's all you really need. Well, I mean, need as far as helping out, because the Wrath of Nature is pretty big for ganking this early in the game. And it looks like he TP's bottom, looking for PPD.
And PPD will be in some trouble. He does have a Grave. Out comes the Sunstrike. It will be on the mark, but not enough for the kill. He may be able to turn this around on Nerok.
Wow, what a player.
He makes it a 1-for-1.
That was huge. That was so good. They're going to see a hook shot on the Naga Siren. It looks like he's trying to get the song off. He can't because of the battery assault. He's just going to straight up die. Can he get it now? He needs to stay near the creep wave.
Oh,
He needed to hug his own creeps and then try and cast song. And, oh my god, Universe is just schooling Dignotoss now.
Wow.
That honestly, the bigger play there was that Dazzle. Like, getting a kill before he went down.
Yeah, the Nature's Prophet just underestimated how much damage. Oh, wow, almost sniping Roche with that Sunstrike. Mason almost falling as well. That was very close from the Invoker. But they will finish off Roche. Ursa grabs himself the Aegis. But, yeah, it seemed that Nature's Prophet just really underestimated how much damage the Shadow Wave can put out, especially since it's level 4. That was max bounces, huge burst damage, PPD showing off the power
the weave
of
as well. Like, all that minus armor, and then you have physical damage coming in from Shadow Wave and Poison Touch.
That's my Dazzle.
Yeah. Good here. And he knew he was dead. Well, the only way he could survive is if the Naga Siren wasted Ensnare, and then he could Grave TP. But Naga Siren did the smart thing, held onto the Ensnare to cancel a TP, but what he didn't take into consideration is that the Prophet was just dying. Well, it's more Prophet's fault. Prophet should have just
He didn't need to be that close to the creep wave, yeah. He just needed better positioning there. It looks like Nerok will be working towards an early Orchid, the makings of what should be an Oblivion Staff. An interesting choice.
Without the Midas, too,
Yeah, that's...
Any Prophet build that doesn't involve a Midas, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah, you're a Midas guy?
Pardon
me, on Nature's Prophet?
Yeah.
Speaking of Nature's Prophet.
The first item, Phase Boots, is fine, but you should always go back to the Midas. And this is going to blink to the high ground here. He's got the Aegis. Prophet dies to neutrals, though.
Okay, so they do secure the kill onto Dazzle, and Ancient Apparition dies, so it would have been a double kill coming out for Mason. He gets only a singleton. Now Felony in some trouble. Will catch Ursa inside of the kinetic field, but it doesn't matter. Universe scoots to the other side, and they make it a 1-for-3 exchange.
Yep.
And whoa, Invoker actually finishes off Arteezy. I am sorry, I did miss most of that kill.
Oh,
watching the engagement.
That's a big kill, getting the SF here. He does have his ultimate orb up, but he's pretty damn farmed, Arteezy. So that's a decent chunk of gold going the way of the Invoker, who does now have a 4-staff up. And
just look at the last hit chart right now. Arteezy is a good 40 up on the next highest farmer, who is the Naga, who's basically been free farming. It's pretty impressive. Speaking of the Naga, will port to the mid lane. Song of the Siren comes out. Out comes the Weave. Oh, beautifully timed Shallow Grave on top of Mason. That will keep him alive for now. Clockwork gets picked off, and EG overcommitting just a little bit here.
That Naga Siren goes down to the Poison Touch.
Ooh. Yep.
Level 1 Poison Touch, ending up getting the kill here. And it looks like PPD may go down, has the Grave on cooldown, so both Dazzle and Clockwork take a fall. They're lucky to have gotten that Naga Siren. That was like the last tick of damage from a level 1 Poison Touch.
Wow. Yeah. And level 1, it doesn't do a hell of a lot. Actually, 140. It's a very high damage level 1 ability in terms of nukes, but it's not a nuke.
Yeah,
it's a dot,
it's physical damage as well, and that's where Naga Siren has a lot of armor.
See you later, Derp Derp. He'll walk right into Mason, and that's going to be an easy kill. Now Narok, he'll try and port out as well. That's not happening. Kinetic Field catches too, but the EG reject in the front lines. He will get glimpsed back. Hookshot actually off the mark. Universe doesn't matter. Still secures the kill. Compliments of the slow coming out of Zai's visage. So they will find some recovery kills here. A 3-for-0 following that first fight.
Yeah, True shows up back to the mid lane. Looks like they wanted to bring down this tier 1 tower. And Invoker, he's not really able to defend this on his own. I think they're just going to have to let it go. And well, for me, Dignotoss, their only hope remains in this Naga Siren.
Zai might shatter here.
Oh, wow.
Well, Nature's Prophet will finish him off. Oh, my. Nice global strat there coming out from Dignotoss.
They hold the tier 1 tower with the, Chaos Media plus Prophet Ultimate.
That
will hold it.
Solid, yeah, well done. They're still in some trouble, though. About a 5,000 gold lead, 7,500 experience lead for Team Evil Geniuses. And Narok, yeah, he does have that Oblivion staff up. 4 staff complete on the Invoker. Is he going to grab an Orchid as well? Staff of Wizard? No. What is...
A Yule Scepter, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Jeez, I'm an idiot. Yeah, Yule's is what I meant to say.
Yeah, that's what he's looking towards. He'll go for that big, the Scandal combo, the Yules into Sunstrike, Media, Deafening Blast, like insta-kill on on a lot of heroes, unless Dazzle's at a grave, but...
Yeah, and Mason does now have his Vlad's offering up. So very standard stuff happening on the Ursa. Yep. What is Arteezy going for here, do you think?
Probably just a straight Manta style, unless he wants to...
Casual ultimate orb. It's interesting to see the orb picked up because it's one of the more cost inefficient items.
The fact, like you say, it's not as cost efficient as a Yasha, so maybe he's even thinking Skadi, maybe he's thinking Lincoln's.
Skadi Rush?
I mean, it's not really standard play, but it's still like it makes you tanky, and you already hit hard. Like you've got plus, like he's seeing on plus 80 damage just from all the extra damage from Necromastery. So, this early in the game, he hits hard enough that tanking up with a Skadi isn't that terrible of a choice.
It's the thing with Skadi is the build up is just awful. Once you get the item, it's huge, but getting there is the hard part. So, if you have enough farm to grab the 2 ultimate orbs, you're in good shape. Why not if you're not having any pressure coming your way?
But I think most likely it's going to be a Manta style. We'll find out though.
Up top, Narok, he could be in some trouble. Felony will port in, and they will repel the wrath of Arteezy.
Well, Universe gold. Looking around for a hookshot near the mid lane. Rocket Flare going to scout some heroes out, but it also reveals exactly where Universe is positioned, and there goes your tower. PPD be able to pick it up because of that Clockwork, just zoning out heroes with a Rocket Flare. Yeah. The threat of Universe is almost scarier than Universe himself in that situation. So that will be another tower going the way of EG. That will take the total tower count now 2-1 in their favor, in EG's favor. And they will just rotate. It looks like they just want to rotate down bottom. Bloody 9. He does have his relic up now, so Naga's farm has been pretty impressive. Another 600 in savings. This would be a really good time to try and set up a kill on the Naga. She is level 11, so 2-minute cooldown on Song of the Siren. Well, we saw earlier, if you catch Naga alone with a battery assault, you can't actually get that song off. Yeah, that's true. Arteezy, he will just port out after taking some pressure in the top lane. Yep. Creating some space, and now they might be able to at least put some pressure on this bottom tier 1. Well, yeah, TC getting pretty farmed here. He's well on top of the net worth charts, and that's where Dignotoss is kind of struggling right now. They're a good 2.5k gold behind the Shadow Fiend, their top farmer, and then like about 1,500 behind the Ursa as well. So the farm for EG is just becoming a lot more efficient. It changes with like Naga. We've seen so many times from teams all over the world where a Radiance Naga can turn a game around. Like Miracle to me with Titan was one of the best examples of a guy just able to turn around a 20k gold deficit and win a game. And so it's you're never really out when you've got this Naga Siren on your team. Yeah. And they're going to look for a kill onto Narok. Hook shot on the mark. There you go. And Nature's Prophet. Easy kill. Clockwork picks up that last hit. And yep, that's it. Just going to be a free kill on the Nature's Prophet. I'm going to... Some people are saying Dota sounds are too low, so I'm going to... You have to excuse me here, and I'm going to crank up the sounds a little bit. Okay. See if that helps.
hard to tell the difference between genuine bug reports and trolls in Twitch chat, but hopefully that makes a difference.
Ursa, he gets 4 stuff out of there, so that's going to help make sure the Cold Feet doesn't latch. He needs to dodge his AA ultimate. He will do so. Ooh.
Or will he?
Almost blinked into it.
Yeah, a little close for comfort, man. Meanwhile,
glimpse back mid.
Yeah, Universe. Static Storm and Kinetic Field, the follow-up just won't be there, and he will scoot out.
Impressive, yeah. That's a Disruptor ultimate.
Anticlimactic for sure. Naga Radiance is a reality here. Has the gold for it if he wants to grab it. Yeah. And, yep, there it is coming out on the Courier. Cute little Courier as well.
There's going to be a Linken's from Arteezy.
Interesting.
I mean, it can somewhat block like the Invoker Exalt combo, can also somewhat stop you getting caught out by a Disruptor.
Yeah, I think the Glimpse is the big thing for this.
I guess it does block it, but like so does BKB, which is a bit cheaper and more standard for an SF. Also blocks all the damage from the Invoker combo, so sure you can make sure you don't get Yules or whatever it may be. Like the Yules Sunstrike, Yules gets blocked by Linken's, but I don't know. Oh, could be in trouble at bottom lane.
Yep. Sawing the Siren, the setup onto Arteezy. This is a big rotation for Artor. He does have a double damage rune on.
He's trying to get this Invoker. Ooh, 70 HP.
He does finish off the Disruptor, though, so still makes it a 1-for-1. If he had gotten a double kill on the Invoker, that would have been huge. But
yeah,
that's part of the problem for DNT now. There's been multiple times where they've grabbed kills this game that should have just been easy solo kills, and it ends up being a 1-for-1 because they're just a little bit too confident. And whoa, Universe, he connects with a hook shot onto Derp. And, well, see you later, AA. And Universe just scoots out of there.
Now Roche has respawned, so probably see Ursa maybe head towards there. He's just pressuring this top lane, so this will force someone to come defend top, then he can TP mid or bottom into the Roche and he can go. And, well, he's got his ultimate orb, so possibly another Linken Sphere. Hex is actually not a bad item to get on Ursa as well, just when you want to engage and make sure you can kill someone like Invoker. He can't actually force stuff while he's Hex, so it's a pretty nice little pickup to get as well.
Yes, indeed. And now, like you said, Roche respawned, and EG will just move straight into the pit.
They don't care. They get spotted by Treants. This is just like, whatever.
Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the Treants can snipe the last hit. So.
They could potentially deny an Aegis or get snipe the last hit, like you say, but not the case.
So Aegis will get picked up by Ursa once again. Now, he has the ultimate orb as well. I reckon it'll be a Linken's, but...
Yeah, I was just saying, I think you can go Linken's, but Hex is also a fairly commonly bought item on Ursa.
Blink in Hex and usually makes it pretty easy to get
against like a Disruptor, you don't get Glimpse back. Against Invoker, he can't force stuff or Yules you. So the Hex is quite nice, but Linken's still... I think either's possible. I would slightly lean towards a Hex, but... We'll see.
Yep. Sorry, I'm still playing with these audio levels. I think I'm just being trolled. I turned them up a little bit. I don't know. It's always hard to gauge as well, gods. What's like the ideal ratio of caster volume to in-game volume? I guess it's to each his own a little bit.
Do you want like a number ratio here? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know how to answer that question. Okay.
I don't know. I don't like it when the Dota sounds are too loud, but that's just me.
Well, I guess we can't really. I mean, our speakers you can adjust. Yeah, we don't know unless we're.
No, I don't mean on like when I'm watching a cast. Like I like the sounds to just be in the background, but some people like the Dota sounds that robust. There will be a smoke from EG, though, following Roche, and Ursa goes straight in. Felony, he's in trouble. Disruptor guy does manage to get his ult down before he gets dropped, but still the damage has been done. And Ursa doing a fair bit here. They will continue to pursue forward. Universe taking a lot of damage, but a Soul Assumption enough to finish off the Naga Siren. Derp now in some trouble. Ursa did finish off Invoker around the backside, but this is just a disaster now.
Yeah, just Prophet standing. He manages to TP out of there, but 4 for nothing. Naga going down as well in the fight. And Naga
can't without Arteezy.
Yeah, Naga cannot fight with just Radiance. Like this is a Naga. When you get the Radiance, you have to split push. You have to farm like multiple neutral stacks at once using your illusions. You can't actually team fight with just a naked Radiance.
Yep. So a huge victory for EG across the board. They get a tier 2 tower down bottom. Arteezy furthers his farm a little bit, and they take a very convincing team fight. He does a little bit of chip damage on tier 3 tower in the bottom lane. Taking a gander here at inventories, the Yule's Scepter now complete on Invoker, and there's actually an Orchid up on Nature's Prophet. Ursa, he did go for the Linken's, not the sheep that you were talking about. Clockwork working towards that BKB, but the big one, Zai with that third bird now on the field.
Alrighty. Well, this is farm supports, farm core heroes. EG are just looking really good here, and
15,000 gold lead.
Yeah, Naga Siren just doesn't have anywhere near enough, I don't think, at this point. And isn't really farming enough like neutral camps, isn't split pushing lanes, like send illusions to each lane. The illusions themselves that probably just aren't taking enough anyways. Like if SF is solo pushing or farming a lane, he sees a Naga illusion, he just right clicks it twice and down it goes pretty much.
GG. OC in the mid doing a little bit of damage, but PPD can easily handle the sustain. Ursa and oh god.
Ursa just going ham.
Yeah, he just got an easy.
And maybe another kill. Familiar's looking to chase down the AA here. Derp goes
hook
down.
Shot on the Narok. Jesus. That was like the easiest 4 for 0 I've ever seen. That happened so fast. I was looking at illusions, man.
Yeah, they didn't even need vision. That was just Ursa just going for a meander around the Ancients. Finds a few heroes. Arteezy gets a bit of a troll item here.
Oh, Shivas.
Yeah. Standard. No.
The only thing Lincoln's into Shivas.
The only thing that's standard about this is his Midas.
Yeah.
Which is the
power treads are pretty standard, I guess.
So, EG incomplete.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Well, we'll see Dignotoss play this one out. They're going to start building towards the Manta style on Bloody Nine's Naga Siren, but the high ground has been breached, and they're looking to bring down this tier 3 tower. Universe in position, looking for a hook shot. Who can he actually find? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, Song of the Siren comes out, and it will make for a decent setup. Can they grab anything out of this, though? That's the question. Meteor, basically off the mark. First to fall will be the Disruptor, and yeah, that will just basically be the countdown until DNT's doom. And yeah, easy team fight. GG, well played.
Alrighty. Well, 25 minutes all EG needed, and they get the win without Old Man Fear. Goes pretty smoothly, all things considered.
Yeah. You know,
didn't really break a sweat. I feel this was just like, show up, get the job done, go home.
Yep. Give Fear a rest, and GG.
Yep.
So not a bad game, to be perfectly frank. A little bit of what we expected.
Yeah.
DNT were the obvious underdogs coming in, so I don't know. Not much else to say.
No. Our last game of the day is the good one I'm looking forward to. Liquid versus Revenge. Revenge, I think, a very underrated team. They've actually like beaten top teams in the past. I remember back in We Play Season 2, they took a series off Navi. They beat Navi in a best of 3. So this team is definitely a team to look out for. This was like a good, almost a year ago now, but they're still a team with a lot of talented players, especially Smash.
And it's the same roster? They've been together for a year?
Not sure if it's the completes. Like most of the core players.
Yeah. Okay, wow. Though there's something to be said for that. If they've been around long enough, that means obviously they get along well, and hopefully they've been practicing. So it should be a good one. Liquid, we talked about Fluff a little bit during the premiere of In the Studio. So still trying to prove himself after the whatever you want to call it, incident, blog. Whatever.
Yeah,
so still something to prove, and will be a good game. One more coming up, guys. So, and that is not scheduled to start for how long do we have here, guys? Is this going to be another long break?
30 minutes, maybe.
30 minutes,
my guess.
Take a gander. 1:45. Yeah, almost exactly 30 minutes. So we'll be a quick break, guys, and we will be. Why did I say quick? It'll be a decent break, and then we'll be coming on back.
Okay.